Alright y'all, so here's the deal with the big block build. It's a 98 K2500 with the Gen 6 big block. And it's been stroked over with an Eagle stroker kit. It's a 496 with, it's a L29 engine, but I kept the MPI stock intake manifold on it. And I know that these intake manifolds only make about, or can only support up to like 450-ish at most horsepower. So I upgraded, like, I think it's stock 18-pound injectors up to 30-pound injectors with the metal bodies, and then a BBK part number 1709 throttle body. It's a 80mm versus I think 72 stock, but it's kind of dumb because it gets neck down for some sensor, blah blah blah, and then up to the K&N air filter, which I'm gonna get made a custom one so it doesn't have to get neck down to 72mm again. But yeah, so this throttle body versus the old one, everybody advertises part number 1710 is the one that fits these trucks, but it doesn't. It's the 1709, and you have to shave off the bottom so it fits with these weird heads and this weird intake manifold configuration. I just capped off this little cap right there, but the cam is a little bit smaller than your stock one, but I mean it fits nice and there's not that much throttle play in it. So the 1709 for the LS engines fits the Gen 6 big block perfectly. You just gotta make a few cuts in your hose so that it fits, or just buy the right coupler, which will be 3 13/16 is the large fitting down to a 3.5-inch fitting. So I'm gonna get that made later, but it's just on there so I can test the engine. The cam is a HP 270 270 lift from Comp Cam. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, I got Gen 4 headers on it, like $300 mid-tube headers, which fit pretty good, but they don't fit with the stock starter, so I gotta see it. Can't even see the name. A powermaster starter, and then just there's my dad. Big truck. And then I put a so then you can move the angle of the starter all around, and so you can see there's quite a bit of clearance with the header now. I gotta redo all the wiring once I get it started. I still haven't even started this thing yet because on this side the headers hit the oil filter, so I just got to get one of those oil fitters or oil adapter pieces that just goes straight down. Instead of having your oil filter parallel to the ground, there's one that just drops straight down, so then you have enough room to run your headers in there. Okay, what else? I think that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, okay, so one other thing, to compensate for it having such thin cylinder walls with the 496 build, put a high flow water pump on there with 2 electric fans, a brand new radiator, all new hoses, EGR block offs. I took out this big EGR piece that used to be here. So yeah, the only thing I'm waiting on now to start it is just that oil filter, which should be here tomorrow. Finally, he's killing me. But yeah, brand new everything on this thing. Can't wait to hear that cam in there with the big 496. Oh, okay, so Route 66 Mods, I believe, are the people that make this cap and this cap, but you're gonna have to make your own here, which is, I mean, super simple to make. But yeah, they sell these 2 pieces, super cool. They give military discounts, they're awesome. Yeah, that's the engine. Oh, and another little thing, I have the WFO frame plates on here, which I mean I cut out a little piece of it from my pan hard bar, which goes across, but I have this shock mount kit coming. It's gonna come up right here, have my dual shocks on there, and then it's gonna have a little piece cut out into the inner fender well right here. Let's see if I can show you. It's gonna come up through here in my inner fender, come up here, go over the engine, and then back down on the other side. So I'm gonna have a big powder coated engine brace, shock brace right across the engine, because with these big straight axle trucks like this, the way that the shocks mount to the frame with the normal IFS brackets that hook up to it, I mean they just rip right off the side of the frame, so that extra stability should keep the brackets from falling off the frame. But yeah, look how good that looks in the fender. So within the next week or so, I should be able to get her started. I'll be replacing all the busted old pieces to make it look like a brand new truck instead of an old dusty 90s Chevy. I want this thing to be perfect. Anyway, that's the progress on the build so far. Let me know if you have any questions. There's not really a lot of information out on these Gen 6 big blocks because everybody likes taking off that MPI setup and putting on like a carburetor or a Holly Sniper. So not a lot of people build these things. MSD distributor. But yeah, so I'm building it, and so let me know what you guys think about it if you have any questions. I think that's pretty much it. Nothing else really special that I did. Took off the fan, put all these little stainless bolts in there everywhere. The only thing I have left is just that oil piece and wire up the electric fans, and then I can start it. Brand new pieces everywhere. Anyway,